What's going on, guys? Jimmo here again with Refinish Network, and I know it's been a while since I put out a video and I've been getting an awful lot of complaints, and I'm sorry, but we're going to fix that today with this one here. A nice little job on this Ford. We're going to be painting the quarter door, blending into this door. We're going to be doing the bumper as well. So on this side of the bumper we're going to be putting some color, and then we're going to blend it out so we have the original color on the other side, so it's going to match up there the same way it did as before. And we're going to be using a solvent-based paint because it is extremely humid out, and I should probably elaborate a little bit on solvent versus water because you've seen me kind of switch back and forth a lot of the time. And up here in Canada, anyway, a lot of places have their own VOC regulations, but up here they made everybody switch to waterborne because it was the only one that met the VOC requirements at the time. But since then, low VOC or compliant solvents have come out, and they've been taking off quite a bit up here. And the nice thing about solvent versus waterborne on humid days like today, it's not as susceptible to the humidity. So on humid days, the waterborne slows right down because there's water in the air, and waterborne paint needs the water to come out. And when it's humid out, the water in the air slows that down. With solvent, it doesn't. So on a day like today, it's going to be a much better choice and keep this job going quick. So no more yakking. Let me get the first coat on, and you can see what it's all about. First coat flashed off very quickly, so probably going to be another coat and a half. So I'll put one more on, and then a drop coat after this, and then we should be golden. The last thing I'm going to do now is dust on a drop coat. So I'm going to reduce my pressure down to about 20 psi, increase my distance, and just kind of go over it again, even it all out, and then it should be time for clear. Now, as I was saying earlier, with this heat and humidity, I'm going to have to use a slower product, so I'm using a slower hardener with a slower clear, and that'll give me time to get the clear on before it dries. So if you use something too fast, then you're going to run into a lot of trouble in either a large job, or if you're trying to do a large job in the heat and humidity, it's going to be even worse. So slowing things down, but we're going to get her done. So let's get the shellac on there. So I'm going to give this a few more minutes to flash off, and I am sweating bullets right now. This is ridiculous. That's how Ontario works. There's no in-between temperature. It's either one extreme or the other. Way, way too hot or freezing beyond belief, but you have to learn to adapt. On my first coat, since I'm also struggling with lights, I've seen actually a lot of guys with spray bake booths will make new lights here so you can see the side. It's really tough to see right here. So when I got down to kind of check the angle out, it went on a little bit dry. I tried to touch it up a bit after, but my next coat, I'm just going to try and put that on a little bit wetter, make sure it's flowing out here so we don't have to polish a whole bunch of orange peel out at the end. So yeah, we're probably, I don't know, about 3 minutes away still for flash off, and then I'll get that last coat on there. got a mic here wired up, and it fell down my pant leg, and it made life a little bit uncomfortable for that last few minutes there. But all right, we're fixed up. Gonna get onto that bumper now, and then we're done. Alright, so here's the end result of our little Ford job, and it turned out pretty good. So the second coat, I had to kind of get down and look upwards at it so I could kind of see the reflection and how my clear was flowing out. I had to lay it on a little bit thicker, and I dropped my pressure just a little bit to kind of help it flow out and get applied a little bit wetter. So here's the bumper. It's looking pretty good. It's very clean. This job came out with next to no dirt in it, which is nice, and had very little polishing, if anything, required on it. And this side here, we painted that bumper side, so it matches up to our quarter as we would expect it to. And once we get around to the other side, we blended our color. We had a few minor repairs on the bumper, but on the right side of this bumper, that's just clear coat, so it matches the same way as it did from the factory. You know, in some situations, some cars match a lot better than others. This one actually matches pretty good by comparison. You can see the metallic in this is a very coarse metallic. It's the Starflake, which you know, almost looks like a metal flake, like you can see on a boat or something, but looks good anyway. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Later.